Yo, it's Marvin Bane, and this is the 5 back exercises that you need to be doing. In no particular order, we're going to start with the T-bar row. This exercise is banging. As you can see, we're only using 10 kg plates. I think that's like 25 pounds in America, because it gives you more range of motion to lengthen the lats, making that squeeze at the top that much better. One thing about this exercise though, if you intend on doing any drop sets, then you're in for a surprise. So keep your elbows close to your body. Again, like I said, this exercise can get like really fatiguing, especially on your lower back. So if you're going to do any drop sets, then be careful, because your back will start to round. Close grip here, the V grip, I think that's what it's called, I'm not too sure. But to target the lats, pull it towards your belly button and squeeze. For the love of God, just squeeze it at the top. Grab a mate and get him to see if your lats are contracting as much as you say they are. Due to the nature of this exercise in the close grip, I do in fact feel like you can go heavy, and if you need to use a bit of momentum to squeeze 1 or 2 reps out of the tank, then by all means go ahead. You know what I mean? This exercise gives you the opportunity to expose the back to heavy weight, but obviously don't be silly and stick like 7 plates on there and go for a 1 rep max. Like that would be dumb. Just shout out to Mike for this exercise. It's so sick. It's a great movement for that back thickness. I mean, usually people use the that V grip thing, but here we're using the rope extension. You'll pretty much hit every muscle in your back with this. However, you can primarily target the lower traps and the rhomboids. I feel it a lot more when I use this extension. It's great for that mind muscle connection. I'm not saying by any means that this is the best attachment, but with this grip, if you really try and lower the weight, pull with your elbows, you can really target any part of your back. Keep your elbows tucked in and pull towards your belly button. It's fun, you know, just play around with the grips. Really want to engage that mind muscle connection with your back, which a lot of people struggle with. Then definitely try out the rope attachment. Like if you want that mid back thickness to really dig into that lower trap rhomboid, just that thickness, then definitely use the rope attachment. Mate, a back workout is not complete without this exercise. I do not care whether it be the overhand or the underhand grip you use. It doesn't matter. The barbell row is essential for any back workout that you engage in. Simple. Here I'm doing the underhand row. Both overhand and underhand grips, they're good. They recruit different muscle fibers compared to the other. I find that the underhand grip targets more of my lower lats a lot more compared to the overhand grip. The great compound movement is definitely going to test your core. It's a great mass builder though, I can't even lie. Like this and the pull-up is what I relied on to build that foundation in the beginning. Now, how do you actually do this exercise? I'd say to lean your torso just above parallel, but you know, everyone's different. At the end of the day, the lat is a big muscle. I think it's the biggest muscle on your back. So to properly shorten the lat and recruit as many muscle fibers as possible, you'd want to lengthen it as much as possible. So full range of motion is a must. So really pay attention to that negative. But obviously to do that, it makes sense for you not to be as upright. If anything, you'll be targeting a lot more of your traps the more upright you are. You find which angle is more comfortable for you and where you can feel it the most. That's what's more important.
Which way is right? Which way is wrong?
On to the next one, the lat pull down. You need to be doing it, man, I'm telling you. In my humble opinion, I wholeheartedly believe that an outside shoulder width pronated grip with a slight lean back with a controlled negative will guarantee you lat growth. There's no other way. I found that with a middle grip and an underhand grip, I can definitely pull a lot more weight. However, my biceps are engaged a lot more, which is not what I want. Remember, try not to flare your elbows out to the side, but keep them pointed in front of you ever so slightly. Remember, the muscle we're trying to target here is the lats. This will help you get a better mind muscle connection with your back if you haven't developed it yet, and it's a very good alternative if you can't do pull-ups yet. So definitely give this a try.
Nothing to say, I've nothing to do.
And for the final exercise, we are going with the pull-up. Sick overall compound movement which hits nearly all of your back muscles. I prefer a shoulder width, that's outside shoulder width grip. I find it activates my lats a lot more. I tend to go down all the way to really lengthen the lats and come all the way up, so full range of motion. You'll get strong at them really quickly if you do it this way. And remember, don't be afraid to overload with weighted pull-ups. Once you can do about, I'd say, 12 clean reps, definitely buy one of those belts. I think you can get it from Amazon. You can attach like plates to them so you can start doing them weighted. If you can't perform these, then use the assisted pull-up machine, focusing on the negative. I mean, it's really good. Get strong at that and then eventually move on to pull-ups again. Boom. That's it, it's done. That's the end of the video. That's the end of the 5 back exercises that you need to be doing. So incorporate this in your pull or your back routines, whatever you want to do. If you did like this video, if you found any value from this, then please leave a like, share it with a friend, especially if his back is completely non-existent, then please share this with him. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
And it feels like I am the